Hello. Ready for some Mystic Monday Tarot for our weekly tarot reading? All right. Well, let's fly like a butterfly. We are going to start with Mystic Mondays, and then I'm going to pull an oracle card, Moonology oracle card. So let's start with Mystic Mondays. I've been having a good time with Mystic Mondays, getting some really good messaging, getting some really good pulls. We're going to start with shuffling. I hope you're having a good week, a good month. Hope your year is going well. Okay. Hope that your day has gone well or is going well. Hope that your month is spectacular. I like to do a good old shuffle because a lot of times you just don't know what's being shuffled properly and what is not. Okay. We won't make it too complicated, huh? Alrighty. Let's get started. Ooh, nice. Seems like when I do long shuffles, I get cards that come out very well. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So, Seven of Pentacles, I see this illustration as someone that is watering their plants, watering pretty much looking for something to come to fruition. What I do see though is an odd number, okay? Which in this illustration, for some reason, I'm looking at you're watering a tree, but there's the moon out, so you're not necessarily getting any sun. There's something off when I think of this illustration with the Seven of Pentacles, this odd number. It feels like something is off. And for whatever reason, I'm getting that one thing is working, but something is causing a delay. Like it's almost as if you have all the ingredients for a recipe except this, right? You're watering your plants, you're watering this tree, you're making sure that the soil is properly aerated, that it's the proper soil in the first place, that you're watering it timely, and the sun's not out. You're still able to bear fruit, but something is causing either a delay or something is still off. It could be more. There's that odd factor, if you will. Okay, and then we have the Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there is some type of disruption in something that's going on with your life. And I'm not really sure what the Seven of Pentacles represents, but with the Three of Wands being upside down, another odd number. However, when I look at the upright vision of this card, you see there's an alignment here. They're all in alignment. With this being, and there's a sun in this illustration. So here, you have what you need in order to keep this tree, this plant, or whatever bearing fruit and continuing to grow, but it's still upside down. This card is in reverse. So here's your sun, but it's in reverse and it's a part of an odd number. There is some type of delay that's going on. It feels like some type of project or mission, or maybe you are getting started in a whole new field, or you could be, I don't know, let's say you are trying to take a driver's test and there's just these things that are getting in your way, but you need the driver's test to drive to this new job that you received, or to travel out of state for a new job, or to travel somewhere. It just seems like there is some type of delay. There is something missing. It's off. And I am curious about your state, because both of these, though they're odd numbers, it feels like you're used to this. This doesn't feel like it's a frustrating moment for someone. It feels like, yeah, I'm kind of used to this happening. The Fool. The Fool has been coming up quite a bit in the readings, I must say. The Fool has came up quite a few times in the readings. Um, you want this missing ingredient. You want this, whatever missing object, missing key is, you want that. You're aiming for that, but you haven't received it yet. So, as I said before, it's something that you're working on, something that you started or starting, but it's not necessarily working out. I mean, of course, we all want it to, anything that we're starting or doing, we want it to work out. And you're reaching for what you feel is the missing key and ingredient. I think because of all of these delays happening, you have the sun here, but it's upside down. You have fruit that you're bearing, but you don't have the sun. And then you have the Fool here. You're embarking. It's even not even just embarking on something new. It's just you are reaching for that missing thing, and you're not able to get it. It's not quite literally in this illustration. It's not within arm's reach. You have to jump off the cliff to get it, and it feels very much like, even, and it's funny because in this illustration too, this is a flower holding the flower up to the sun. Flowers do need the sun. There's, it's upside down. Yet again, some delay, something, some missing key ingredient that could get you there, that could complete something. And this feels very much like you are reaching for that and you're not able to obtain it. Yet again, a missing piece in this puzzle. This all feels like a delay, because even with the Fool, it is embarking on something new. It's taking on something new, but with it being upside down, it's, you're not quite there yet. But I look at this card as you're reaching for that missing key and ingredient, and it's not there yet. It's just not within arm's reach, and you're trying so hard to get to it. We're going to pull the very top card. The very top card. Wow, look at that. Knight of Cups. There's your water. There's your water. Now, how clean is this water? Because when I look at this card, I'm looking at dark undertones. I love that there still is greenery. These are monstera leaves. There's still greenery in this photo. So the water is there to water your plants, bear fruit. That sun isn't there though. Not quite within reach. But there's your water. Is this murky waters, muddy waters, clean water, water that will actually help with the growth, or will it just sustain it? Here's your water. But now that you have, okay, now we have another piece added. Let's just say you get out of this delay and you move forward. Is it going to render more growth, or is it just going to keep you in a safe space? That's what this card is giving me. Yeah, you have water, but then what? What happens after that? Are you sure you'll grow? It feels like this delay and this missing ingredient is causing you to take a step back and actually figure out what it is that you need to really do, what things you might need to reassess so that you can bear way more than seven. You can have two, three of these trees. And actually become within arm's reach of that missing ingredient that can bear you more than what you have right now. Because this is a healthy tree, even without the sun present. You've been able to sustain something, but don't you want to grow way more than that? It just seems like you are delaying yourself from future growth. Okay, you have, and then you have the water. That's great. But that water mixed with more sunshine that seems to be delayed here, just out of reach. You don't know how much you can grow because you haven't had that. I think that's why I said you are not necessarily frustrated or upset about this. You're just like, this is what it is, because you've been okay. You've been content. Whereas you could have way more. Are you willing to though? Are you willing to get yourself out of this comfort zone? Because this feels like comfort. We're going to pull these two cards actually. We have two major arcana cards, which is so interesting. We have the world and temperance upside down. Mm. Mm-hmm. No, you are not ready to step outside of your comfort zone. I'm looking at temperance already. Temperance is being able to manage when things are up and down. That's why you're able to stay here and deal with some of the delays, because you already have this. So moving out of this comfort space and dealing with delays to grow two or three more of these trees would lead to bigger delays. And I don't think you're willing to lose what you already had. And I don't know if you would be able to handle that. There will be big swings if you try to multiply these trees. But you could have it all. It's just, how uncomfortable are you willing to be? Mm. So this says more, the temperance in the world card, temperance being upside down, says more to me, because when it's this imbalance, right? There's four balls over here, there's one ball, so it could totter. It's like a seesaw. With this being upside down, it feels like you wouldn't be able to handle, or you don't feel like you're able to handle those big swings. You're able to handle it now because this is manageable. But let's grow this to 4 or 5 trees. One tree might just have five, another tree might just have two. You could still maintain your one with seven. But what happens if you just have two, three more trees and they only bear two, three more of, I'm just calling it fruit. I know it's pinnacles, but two, three more pinnacles. What happens if you lose them? Well, you've already been used to them being there. I think that's what this is saying is these delays right now, things being out of reach are easily manageable because it's just one tree. And even in the midst of all this, I do think that this is not necessarily a bad card. I do think this can also point to you are building up that tendency to be able to handle swings, to be able to understand that there will be gains and there will be losses. Large gains, large losses. And I feel as if these delays, these things that are just out of reach, but then you get this water, is showing you and helping you to understand that you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. It's not all going to come at once. There will be delays, there will be things that you don't have. And I mean, you still kept at it though. You can have the world, but you will have to be able to maintain this stability and even with pentacles representing earth signs, you'll have to maintain that groundedness and stability and push through the delays, the lack, and understand that there will be something that you'll gain. You'll get what you need. May not be as much, but you'll get what you need. And that's showing you how to manage yourself. You're probably not getting the world right now because you are in training on when you get to that point where you can get the world, you will already be in a space of knowing what it's like to win and lose. So it's like these delays and lack of are priming you for this moment, for the world. Because then if you gain the world, whatever that is to you, and you lose a little bit of it or lose all of it, you'll be able to go back to where you started and remain grounded. It won't completely destroy you because you know what it's like to have, but not have everything you need. Let's pull a Moonology Oracle card. Let's see where we're going with this. I know we just recently had a blue moon in Sagittarius. Any of you are Sagittarius? Did you feel anything? Anything? I'm going to pull this top card that just came out. You and your loved ones are safe. This is new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Definitely a home sign. Family, home, all of those things. I can understand this now. This stability is for not only for you, but for those around you so that you are good. Again, because if you feel like if you get to gaining the world and you lose it all, some of you may feel like I failed my family, my spouse, my kids, parents, aunties, uncles, cousins, etc. It could be a lot of weight on you, and that's probably why you are so content being in this space where it's like, I just have one tree, I can take care of it. Maybe there's a lack here or there, but I'll be all right. I have this at the very least. I hope this is reassuring. You're safe. Okay. You follow what it is that you are created to do. You're safe. Okay. If you are Sagittarius and we just had that blue moon, let me know how it went for you, or if you felt any effects before then or after then. For those who this reading resonated with, I love this card for you. You and your loved ones are safe. Safe is the word for this reading. Okay. If this reading did not resonate for you, release it back into the universe for those who it did. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.